I am a student teacher at Jefferson Forest High School. I teach an Algebra 1 course there. I would say that I've learned a lot during my student teaching experience here. Um, I've designed a lot of coursework, I've designed a lot of lessons, things like that, done a lot of direct hours here, and I got learned a lot about classroom discipline while I was here. I had to kind of develop a few methods because classroom discipline is not something that comes very natural to a new teacher, I would say. So I kind of learned like a counting rule, like talking to stop in three, two, one, and kind of like have some like transition time to kind of get them back on track. That's one thing I learned a lot with classroom discipline is that you have to have some kind of transition to kind of get them back into the learning mode. When they first, arrive in class, they want to talk, they want to, they're getting stuff out and different things like that. And you kind of have to have a transition. So that's one thing I would definitely learn during student teaching. I learned a lot about Canvas and, making tests, designing tests. I designed a lot of tests through the Bedford County's website, through Mastery Connect, making those, learned a lot about that. Edgelastic was another program I used a lot. It was designed for making tests. And it was like a live report you could look at for the students. I got to make a lot of fun interactive games while I was at Jefferson Forest. One thing I made was like two truths and a lie, and I kind of like turned it into a math game where like the students there was two correct solutions and one false solution. They had to pick out which one was the lie. In that situation, I made another one was like a big tarp, and we kind of graphed it, and like we used the students like to be like the points on the graphs. They kind of got to be hands-on approach to math. That's another thing that we did. Um, Another activity was a grudge ball. Grudge ball. We played where you have little slips of paper and then you have to see how many you get correct. If you get them all correct, then you get to ball it up and throw it in the trash can, and you're kind of like competing with classmates, different things like that. For the education course, for Education 475, I think it was very helpful if you needed to pass at TPA. I'm planning on seeking a licensure in Virginia, so it wasn't as helpful to me. I don't think that I really got a lot out of Ed TPA. I don't really feel like should be necessary for students seeking licensure in Virginia. I think if you weren't seeking licensure in Virginia, that's a really helpful course and it really gets you on track for that. I don't think Ed TPA translates to being a good teacher necessarily. I feel like it's kind of hard to put everything into like a certain box in a certain category when you're teaching, because teaching you can't really define into all these different categories. So I don't really feel like it's a good thing to do if you are seeking licensure in Virginia. I feel like it takes time away that you could be designing things and spending time with the students and different things like that. I also learned like a lot of little techniques and like little tricks for like teaching students. One thing I learned for like the exponent rules, like kind of like little made diagrams, different things like that. I learned how to make a lot of visuals for students because if you have visuals for students, it usually helps them. They usually struggle more with like the algebraic concepts, and any like kind of picture that you can draw on like kind of helps them understand what's going on in the problem. So yeah, I would say it's definitely been a learning experience. I definitely feel prepared for my future classroom. I've actually accepted a job offer at Liberty High School for next year, so I'm staying in Bedford County, so that's fun and exciting. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I definitely think that Liberty has prepared me for my teaching career. All right, thank you.